You know, it amazes me how many executives who have an executive assistant reporting to them keep their EAs in the dark about a lot of what's going on in the business. They don't share anything, either confidential or non-confidential, with their EA. And I don't mean things that the board has told them to keep confidential. I mean things like who has resigned from the company, who has been appointed, etc. Now, they may not be doing this deliberately. They are just not sure what an EA does and what they should trust them with. So I decided to create this video to assist anyone who is having trouble in this area be able to approach their executive with reasons why they need to be part of the team. Now, before I continue, you will hear me say the words executive and EAs quite a number of times, so I want to apologise for this in advance. Okay, so let's continue on with this video. As EAs, it's important to know the confidential matters so that we can prepare what needs to be prepared and also act as a sounding board for our executive. What these executives don't understand is that an EA needs to know almost everything that is going on in the company in order to be the best ally for our executive. An executive should treat their EA as their business partner and include the EA as part of the leadership team. You know, if you look at an organisational chart, you will see that it tells a story. The top of the org chart is the executive. In this org chart, it's the CEO. And then you have the EA, and they sit in between the CEO and the team reporting to the executive. The EA is in between the executive and their team for a reason. The EA is supposed to be the gatekeeper to the executive, and the EA should also be treated like part of the leadership team. The EA is there to free up the executive's time by making sure that the leadership team think on their feet and exhaust every avenue before going to the executive. And if the executive is treating the EA like their business partner, then the leadership team will reach out to the EA as their go-to person instead of going to the executive. Now, if an executive does not include the EA as part of their leadership team, what happens is the leadership team won't see that EA as a business ally. They will see the EA as nothing more than an assistant to the boss, and they may start to bypass the EA altogether because they subconsciously see that there isn't a strong alliance between the executive and their EA. An executive that builds a strong alliance with their EA will reap the rewards because the EA will always have their back and most of the time will go above and beyond for them. In most cases, a person chooses to become an EA because they are organised, smart, understand business acumen, have entrepreneurial tendencies, and they are able to deal with or oversee several different things at once. An executive assistant loves to know what's going on, loves to have their finger on the pulse, and is constantly learning not only to benefit themselves, but to become better asset to their executive and the company. If you are an EA and you are not treated as part of the leadership team, then let your cry be heard. Let your executive know why you should be part of their team. Use the examples I just gave you in this video. I have had to do this myself in the past. An EA should not be an island. There should be a bridge built from the EA to the executive and from the EA to the leadership team. As EAs, it is really disheartening to feel like you are constantly kept in the dark and don't know what's going on when you really should. Now, if you are in this position and decide to have the conversation with your executive, which I do recommend, then I really wish you the best. And perhaps it is just an oversight on the part of your boss. It was in my case. My CEO had never had an EA before, so wasn't sure what my role was. I hope you found this video informative. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and thanks for watching.